Now, obviously, I'm the first person to tell you that there is no perfect day trading strategy, but, and I say but with caution, I have found what I feel like is one of the best plans or indicators or setups that I look for whenever I'm looking to enter a trade. Talking about that setup and what I'm looking for and the questions that I'm asking myself before I buy or sell a stock. Talking about it in this video, so if you want to learn more, you know what to do. Stay tuned.
All right, so I know, first off, that this is in hindsight. Don't get me wrong. This is not like a video where I'm like, hey, look, I could have bought here and I could have made $1 million. That is not what this video is about. This video is about just my overall kind of game plan and what I've really been focusing on lately with day trading and my entries and, you know, what's the big indicator for me to buy and sell a stock? A lot of people ask me that. They're like, Patrick, why? What do you do for this stock? Or what's the reason? The biggest thing that I'm doing now is I'm just really trying to have as much patience. Patience. Keyword there, patience. Paid here. I'm not trying to lose money. It's not lose-nits or losance or something like that. For me, I know you guys can't see everything on the chart or on my screen. You know, I've got multiple charts pulled up here. And the big time frames that I'm looking at, you know, for overall, I'm looking at the daily. I'm looking at the 30-minute. I'm looking at the 5-minute. The 30-minute just kind of gives me an idea of where the stock was at yesterday. You know, pre-market, I'm like, okay, I can see the last couple days it's been around $3. Okay, cool. I'm looking at the daily chart and I'm like, all right, clearly, yep, we're good there. Nothing really going on in terms of resistance. Oh, I see $4 resistance there on the daily chart. Okay, that's a good thing to know. The stock is currently $3.80. And I'm looking at this like, okay, on the 5-minute chart, let's just kind of remove, you know, let's pretend that none of this is here. Let's say this morning, I did look at BLIN. It was really overextended. I didn't have time to sit here and wait for it to pull back, so I didn't trade it. But let's just say you remove this red candle right here, and I'm looking at green, green, green. Where are we? You know, look how far we are off of the EMA here. You know, this is the 9 EMA, this green line, and then this is the 20 EMA, this red line there.
Help me help you by hitting the subscribe button on this channel. My goal this year is to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I need your help. So hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have any questions or comments, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. Let's get back to the video.
You know, we're pretty far off of there. This is, you know, 340, 330 area. I'd probably say the price was around 330 when this was up here. So we're up here at $3.90. You can see how big that gap is, right? So this is how big the gap is. From 380 to 335, 340 area is the gap between where the price is and where the stock is and where the EMA is. And that's a big gap for a $3.85 stock, obviously. You know, for me personally, I'm not trying to buy green, 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 green. I'm trying to wait for that pullback. And that's why I did not end up buying BLIN. And I kind of had to walk away and had to go do some things. But the key really for me was like, I'm going to see what happens later on. I want to come home later on in the day. I want to see how this stock reacted when it got down there to the 20 and the 9 EMA there on the 5-minute chart. You know, what did it do when it pulled back? And it did exactly what we thought it would do. You can see stock got there to the 390s, 385 area. It pulls back. You know, we got this big kind of overextended move to the upside. We pull back. And guess what? Where do we pull back? We pulled back right down to those EMAs, baby. Beautiful. And that's really what I'm focused on right now, is looking for a solid reason to buy. And I've found personally that the 5-minute chart, using a 9-minute, using a 20-minute EMA. Also, I have the 5-minute down below with the 20 and the 50 on there. But for my entry, you know, seeing on the 5-minute chart, kind of, are we overextended? Are we far away from the moving averages? You know, what's going on there? Do we have a lot of space between the current price action and the EMA? And clearly we did. So I'm like, I'm not going to buy until I get that consolidation, till I see that we're kind of riding that EMA, giving me an idea, you know, returning to the normal price action. And that's what we got. From 385, we pulled back down all the way, actually, what did we get? All the way down here, which was where the 20 EMA was. We pulled all the way down to the 330s. We bounced back. You can see the bottom of these candles. What do we got? We got a wick there. We got that wick. We got the wick on the bottom of this candle, from 340 all the way down here to 325. We got that big wick. So what's that telling me? Buyers are stepping in there for a reason. They're pulling back. They're waiting for that pullback. And that's exactly what happened here. I know this video is in hindsight. It's not live. This isn't real time. But I'm trying to convey the message of having patience, having an indicator in terms of, what are you looking for? What's your buy signal? And for me, my buy signal is looking for that pullback down there to the 20, to the 9 EMA, seeing the price action bouncing off of that moving average, seeing that action, and then bam, what do we get? We got to move from 325, 350 area all the way up there to $4, which we talked about a little bit earlier on the daily chart. What do we have on the daily chart? Look at this. Look at this. $4, $4.12. That whole kind of area being resistance also. So I was thinking maybe get a break above $4 there, but we just didn't get that break there. But overall, we got some action. And you can see how we pulled back to the EMAs on the 5-minute chart, having the patience, and then got that nice move. Obviously, you're not always going to get a beautiful pullback like this. Sometimes it's going to pull back and it's going to kind of roll off. But one thing that I've seen recently, just one thing that I've been starting to realize, am I going to miss out on some stocks? Am I going to miss out on some of the moves? Yes. That's totally fine with me. I'm going to miss out on some moves. But when I have patience, when I have that patience to wait for the pullback, it allows me to have better emotional control. It allows me to be more focused because I have a plan. I know where the kind of support area is. I'm seeing the EMAs. I'm seeing the price action. I'm going into the trade with a plan. And my plan is to wait for that 5-minute chart to set up. I want to see that 5-minute setup, baby. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Now, another good way to really play this as well, let's say I'm trying to get short. Maybe I'm like, hey, BLIN, this thing is a short all day long, right? I'm trying to short this baby back to the ground. I know it's going to go lower. It's getting really overextended. Bam. Look how overextended the stock is. I'm getting short, and I end up getting short once I see how overextended it is. This is a beautiful chart to show exactly that. There's money to be made on the downside. There's money to be made on the upside. But overall, I'm just looking for that indicator. For me, that 5-minute chart, baby, it's the holy grail for me. I want to make sure the 5-minute chart is telling me this is a buy. I want to make sure the 5-minute chart is telling me it's a sell. If I'm selling up here at the $4 area, kind of seeing how overextended we are from the EMAs, 360, the EMA is there. The EMA is there at the 360 area. The 20s all the way down here at 350. I see that we're up over 50 cents far away from that area. I'm thinking probably due for a pullback. We're probably going to get a little bit of a pullback here. This is probably going to pull back at some point. Now, obviously, not every trade is going to work out. Not every trade is going to be perfect. Maybe you short here at $4 and then it squeezes to $5. That's possible. Very possible, especially with the low float stocks. Crazy things happen. One thing that you really got to focus on is just having that solid plan over and over and getting into trades, taking profit, and doing it back to back to back. It's not about always making tons and tons of money. It's just about doing it consistently, being able to identify when a stock is overextended, being able to identify the setup. Should I be buying? Where should I be selling? In the past, this is actually a really good chart to show, in the past when I was a beginner day trader, when I first started trading, where would I be buying at on this stock? Where would I be buying? I don't know. I'd probably be buying at the 385 because I'd be like, wow, this stock is going higher. I'm buying. This is what I'm going to do. And then I'd end up getting out as it pulled back down to the EMAs. So I've basically just taken everything that I used to do and I just threw it out the window and I've reversed it. Instead of me buying up here at the 385, I'm now buying down here where I would have been buying here at 385 and I would have been selling down here for a big loss. Now I'm like, hey, nope. I ain't doing that, my friends. I am not chasing it. I'm not having the FOMO. I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm not going to do it. So, pretty good idea. My focus right now is the 5-minute chart. I want to see the setup. I want to see the pullback. I want to see the action. Where's the action? Where's the pullback? What's going on? Is the stock overextended? That's what I'm asking myself first thing. Is this chart overextended? Is it showing support? Is it pulling back? Is it pulling back? Are we in this area? Let's say I pull this chart up and we're right here. Obviously we can't see this, but we're right in this area, and I can see there's a little bit of buying coming in. We're pulling back to the EMAs. The stock has momentum. It's a low flow. It's got volume. It's got action. Okay. This is probably a good buy. Now, does that mean it can't go lower? No. I mean, I can lose money. No, trust me. It can easily pull back and go lower, but at least I'm limiting my downside. I'm limiting my risk. If I'm buying here as the stock is going to the moon, it's just nothing but a free fall from there. Free fall. It's just nothing but a free fall from there. So for me, it's all about minimizing the risk, maximizing my potential profit. Again, I'm minimizing my risk by buying here, and I'm maximizing my profit by selling up here as we get overextended to the upside, instead of buying on the upside and then selling on the dip. It's not rocket science, my friends. It is not rocket science. And there it is. The 5-minute chart, I think it's probably one of the best indicators, one of the best ways to look for opportunities, asking yourself those questions. Is it overextended? Is it pulling back? What's the 5-minute chart telling you? Is it a short? Is it a long? What's going on? Ask yourself questions before entering a trade. It will save you a lot of money. I'll talk to you guys later on. If you haven't already, do me one big favor, hit that subscribe button.